everyone, this is Warhawk Beyond 2040 bringing to you another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. And today I wanted to discuss and share my thoughts with all of you about Jey Uso defeating Gunther to win the world title on night one at WrestleMania 41, and whether or not this was the right decision. So let's talk facts here. Jey Uso has been red hot and he is super over with the fans. They absolutely love this guy. When his music hits, he comes out, everybody's on their feet doing the yeeting with him. There is no denying that this guy's popularity has been exploding since he jumped to Raw from SmackDown. And when he won the men's Royal Rumble match and chose to face Gunther for the world title, I'm not going to lie, I was a little bit bummed out that Jey Uso versus Gunther wasn't going to close out night one. This seems to be a bit of a trend recently. Royal Rumble winners not getting the opportunity to close the show, but that's a whole nother video for another time. But anyway, the build up for this match has been very underwhelming. The promos have been okay, but they haven't really set the world on fire. Probably the most memorable moments of this entire build was Gunther leaving Jimmy Uso in a bloody heap. That was good. I thought that really added some much needed fire to this build up. But other than that, it hasn't been the best of build ups as far as WrestleMania is concerned. Now, the match itself, Jey Uso versus Gunther, I thought for the most part it was pretty good. I thought it was enjoyable for what it was. The finish, on the other hand, was a little bit 50-50 for me. Some people said that when Jey Uso applied the sleeper hold to Gunther, he tapped out too quick. Gunther got buried. The way I look at it is this. I think the finish was fine for what it was. I think it was kind of like poetic justice in a way, getting a little bit of retribution for his brother Jimmy. And I think in a way, having Jey Uso beat Gunther at his own game using a submission move to make him tap out, I think it worked fine for the story. I think it was a brilliant move. Now, some people have been very 50-50 about the idea of Jey Uso as the world champion and whether or not this was the right decision. Me personally, I think this was the best decision because I've said this time and time again. I'm tired of seeing the same thing all the time. I like things to shake up a little bit, give us some of that classic element of surprise. I've said that before that the element of surprise has been a lost art in wrestling for quite some time now. On certain occasions, they have started to slowly bring it back. Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble, that was a big surprise. Jey Uso now the world champion, that's an even bigger surprise. So they're slowly bringing the elements of surprise back into wrestling. But I personally think this was the right decision. Jey Uso is very popular with the fans. He's over. It's going to be very interesting to see him, how he will work as a world champion. And that makes him now the fourth Samoan wrestler in WWE history to be world champion. The other three are, of course, his family members, The Rock, Roman Reigns, and Yokozuna. Not bad company, if you ask me. Just to be in the same sentence with The Rock, that's pretty impressive. Jey Uso must be doing something right. Obviously, somewhere down the line, Gunther is going to get a rematch. And how long will Jey Uso hold the world title? It's very hard to say, but I'd like to at least see him hold it for a good couple of months. He deserves it, and he's more than earned the right to be a champion. And why can't he be a world champion? Some people, have been like, no, I don't know really. The guy's over. Why not? try something new. Let's see how it goes. But I'm, for one, very pleased about this. And I wasn't expecting it. I was expecting Gunther to retain, but it's good they shook things up a little bit. But many congratulations to Jey Uso. He is now a main events performer. He is the world champion. Let's see how this plays out. And I'm looking forward to seeing how this will go down on Raw when he makes his first entrance as the world champion. Should be a lot of fun. So, anyway, that's going to be it from me. I'm going to wrap this up now. How do you guys feel about Jey Uso as the world champion? Are you excited about it? Are you happy for him? What did you think of the match, Jey Uso versus Gunther? Did you think it was good? What was your thoughts on the finish? Do you think maybe it was a little bit too quick, or do you think it was fine for what it was? You know what to do, guys. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, leave your thoughts and comments down below, and I will see all of you next time for another edition of the Wrestling Discussion Series. So until then, take care, everybody, and stay safe. And once again, as always, much appreciated. Thanks for listening.